Hi, 2020 in Victoria. Good news. This morning I got a message saying they mailed my invite for my oath swearing ceremony. Side note, Astria has been imagining becoming a United States citizen. Guess what's happening? This is so good. Let's continue. I have been seeing my American passport in my hand, feeling the cover. Oh, get how cool this is. She's doing what we teach, what we explore. I saw a blue passport in my hand, and when I checked on Google, I saw the USA passports are blue. You know, we've gotten to know Astria and ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. Becoming a U.S. citizen. That's a big deal, gang. I did that with Australia. I used to be a U.S. citizen. I moved around the world, and against all odds, became an Australian citizen. Now, I want to point out what Astria, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. She used the gate methods, right? She used the Western Gate. She felt the passport in her hand. She saw the passport in her hand, and she surrendered to that until it became real. Now, here's what's really cool. Why was that so easy for her? There's the question, because a lot of people try and a lot of people don't have it easy. Here's why it was easy for her, and here's the crass commercial for ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. We don't get into manifesting methods until week 3. Right? Until week 3 begins, you don't learn anything directly about manifesting. Because during the first 2 weeks, you're learning the most important stuff in the world, according to me. I've been doing this for a while, and I'm going to tell you, here's what those first 2 weeks are about. First, Astria did the first 2 weeks. Week 1, she discovered and explored exactly how she gets triggered so she can stop it. Because it doesn't matter if you imagine up good shit and you get out of your session and you walk around being triggered all day, doubting, digging up the seed. So Astria did what we teach. She explored triggers deeply. First week of ManifestingMasteryCourse.com is all about that. The second week is about getting out of the loops and creating what we call love loops. Because when you get out of the old loops, you stop being loopy. And when you start creating love loops, life starts getting lovely. Again, we explore that for an entire week. And then in week 3, we do manifesting methods. And we bring in exactly what she did here in a very subtle, lovely way. And here's the deal, gang. This shit works. I've told you how I moved around the world. Okay, my primary 2 imaginal acts. First, it was the coffee game. Right? I imagined 1 sip of coffee with her in the garden. How would I feel? I even used the streetcar method along with that when I was having to drink coffee in Florida, in the United States of America, when I was stuck overseas looking like I couldn't get back in. 1 sip of coffee. I was in a faraway land, but I was feeling it as though I was sitting next to her in the garden. The other thing I did was I imagined voting. What would imply that I'm a citizen? I imagined voting because in Australia, by law, when there's an election, Australians must vote. Otherwise, they give us a fine. They put us in jail. Right? Meanwhile, seriously, look it up. Secondly, I'm not a fan of voting. But since in Australia, Australian citizens must vote and only Australian citizens can vote, imagining that done, whatever, imagining that helped me nail it. And that's what I want to do for you today. Astria, Austria. I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry, but you know how much I love you. And it has been a pleasure to get to know you during Manifesting Mastery course and to celebrate in your swearing in. Because I got to tell you, one of the happiest days of my life was when I became an Australian citizen. And I didn't sweat over it every day. I did what you did. Something very similar. I saw the voting paper. I felt my hand on the pencil ticking the box, right? Like I give a shit who I vote for, right? I'm not into politics. As Grandpa would say, poly as in many, ticks as in bloodsuckers. Not interested. But what a cool imaginal act. I love what you did. I'm so happy you dove deeper, and I can't wait to see your photos. My name is Mr. 2020. You've been listening to the Neville Goddard Podcast. And if you want to dive deeper with us, join us today in ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. Let us go into the silence. Today we celebrate you. I just so love that you took the time to share our win and told us to share it with the world. Because big dreams can come true. Have a lovely day. Dive deeper. Soar higher. See ya.